April 1st, April 1st, April 1st. Live from the Tequila Bar. Lavoelife and Vintage Vibes. If you're Dominican, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, Trinidadian, Cuban, Guyanese, or if you just like to bend over and grab your knees, listen, baby, come on out. It's gonna be a good time. If you don't want to dance, stay home. Mind you, blah, blah, blah. I probably butchered that. And we got DJ Thunder from Miami coming out. If you're tired of all these promoters telling you to come out to their party, and you go out to their party, and that shit is basura, come out to Culture Shock. If you're tired of promoters hitting you up, jumping in your DMs like, what up, fam, and then when you go out to their event, they act like they don't know you, come out to Culture Shock. We do it for all the beautiful women that don't need a man to get them in VIP because they have their own VIP. This event is for you. Culture Shock, April 1st, Tequila Bar, Gulf Coast Town Center.
Driving home drunk and I was thinking about us. Driving home drunk and you was on my mind, babe. Driving home drunk and I was thinking about us. Are you thinking about me? Cause I'm thinking about you. Fuck it, let me go and turn this feature off. Don't be drinking brown when you're too in love. Don't be drinking crown when you're too in love. Too much to deal with was the drugs. And he got me angry, I need a hug. But I'm drunk, yeah, I'm drunk, let me feel the buzz.
Alright, yeah, we live here. Lavoelife Sermons. Boy Bugsy Lavo, we out here with a special guest, young barber extraordinaire. I heard his name multiple times throughout the city. This nigga a superstar on Instagram, public speaking. You know, introduce yourself, let them know who you are and what you do, man.
Yeah, how everybody doing? My name is Chico Boom, owner of Boomz Barbershop, motivational speaker, event host, amongst other things. But number one, I am a barber.
Yes, sir. Now, tell us how you got your start.
Well, I was 11 years old. I used to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Kid and Play, you know, those type of urban movies. And I was infatuated with the haircuts, man. And, you know, coming from a broken home, being raised by my mother, 3 kids, you know what I mean? She didn't have the money to take us to a barbershop.
Yeah.
So one day, my father picked us up on the weekend and he said, you guys can get one thing each. So I was about 11 years old. My brother, he was about 15. My sister, she was about 13. And we all picked out one thing. I picked up a pair of hair clippers. And I said, I'm going to try to start some of these haircuts that I see on TV. I'm going to start imitating them. And on my brother. So my brother was game, you know what I mean? So I put him on the toilet. That's where it all starts, on the toilet. And we went in. A little towel around him, a little hair clip. And that's it. That was my introduction to the barbering.
Okay. When did you think of it as something like, all right, this is like a real thing, I'm gonna go to school for this and I'm gonna really start cutting people? Like, what age were you?
I was about 18 when I actually took the initiative of going to school. I was about 17 thinking about it. 16, it crossed my mind a couple times. But it was actually when I was 18 that I took the initiative and said, you know what, I'm gonna go to barber school. I want to be a barber.
Was it like looked down upon? Because I remember a long time ago, it feel like nowadays being a barber is cool. Like everybody
wants to be a barber. Even people that don't have no business being a barber want to be a barber because they see the vibe. They see the, you know, it's a little more lenient. You don't have to, you know what I mean. You know, you can have tattoos and be employed. You know what I mean.
Back then, you dealt with people being like, you know, nah, don't do that. That's
because they thought he wasn't getting no money. But then when people start figuring out how much a barber can actually make, you know, then they started, you know, their mind frame started changing. But back then, to an extent, the barbers weren't getting paid what they were supposed to be getting paid anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't feel like they were capitalizing on what their value was, what their worth was. Where today, a lot of barbers you see are and do that. They're celebrity barbers, quote unquote.
Hell yeah! Like I didn't even know. Like I thought a barber was just, you know, go to the shop, get a cut. But now, especially with social media, I see barbers like traveling, going through different, you know, little barber competitions and judges and doing all this extra stuff, and it's like, damn, it's a full career off of this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and I feel like that's amazing. Do you feel like, I seen another Instagram clip about this the other day, and it's like, do you feel like barbers get enough respect? Like, and the reason I say that is because I see an Instagram clip of a barber. I wish I remember exactly what he said, but he was pretty much explaining how a barber's like a doctor. Like, you know, people don't really look at it as the same fashion. They kind of just look down on barbers like, oh, whatever. But a barber really, like, you know, he's like the art. You know, he's the main guy that gives a person a certain type of look.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like y'all get respected?
We can make or break your whole weekend. You understand? We can make or break your whole weekend, and we have the power to determine whether you're gonna have a good day or bad day. We can make you happy. You know, we talk to you, we give you advice, we consult you. I've talked people out of suicide. I've talked people out of getting a divorce. You know, two different couples at the same time. They're bringing their kids in at different times, bi-weekly or whatnot. And I've talked them out of a divorce and brought that family back together. Barbers are not respected right now the way they should be because we're not respecting ourselves. You understand? If you're a barber and you want to be respected, then respect yourself first. Stop coming to the barbershop in flip-flops and tank tops. If you're a barber, look like a barber. There's a thing called barber jackets. Wear one. Wear a collared shirt. In my barbershop, you have to wear pants and a collared shirt. You can't come in there wearing shorts and a tank top. You don't look like a barber. If I was about to get operated on by a doctor that came in flip-flops and tank tops versus one with a white coat, I'm going with the guy with the white coat because he looks the part. Yeah. If you don't look the part, people are not going to pay you the part. You look like a backyard barber coming into the barbershop like that, and you're only going to get $20 for a haircut. If that, and you'll be lucky if you get a tip.
That's not just with barber. That's with everything. Like,
everybody.
You gotta be professional with how you conduct yourself, especially if you're doing a service to someone. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you don't want to go to the gas station and the dude got his shirt off behind the register looking crazy. Like, nah, you know. So I definitely feel that. Now, how'd you make the transition of being a barber to owning your own barbershop? Was that always in the plans, or it just?
That wasn't always in the plan. I was happy where I was at, and I could have grew a lot more, and actually went into partnership with the owner of the shop where I was at.
Yeah.
Things didn't turn out that way. I'm forever grateful for him and the opportunity that he gave to me because he took a chance with me when nobody else did. He gave me a place where I could cut while I was going to school. A lot of people won't do that. It was later on where I decided to depart ways. I wasn't happy with the environment I was in. I wanted something new, something fresh. Opportunity presented itself. I had prime real estate, so I jumped on that and I capitalized off of that.
And now you own 2 barbershops, right?
Yeah, 2 Boomz Barbershops.
What's it like having 2? Because having one, you can be there.
Right.
But having multiple barbershops is like, it's kind of a little bit harder to keep an eye on things.
Right.
Like, how do you usually find someone to help you run it?
Well, camera's always good, you know what I mean? Camera's always a good thing, you know, you keep surveillance, but you can't watch that camera 24 hours.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to have a circle around you of people that you can trust. If I'm doing it for the money, then yeah, I would just be opening up barbershops left and right. I'm financially capable of just opening a bunch of barbershops if I really wanted to in this area and around this area. But I'm not doing it for the love of the money. I love barbering. I love changing people's lives. And it gets a little difficult when you open up another barbershop. You kind of lose the essence of the first one, and nothing will ever duplicate the first one. That vibe that you have in there is hard to catch and duplicate on the second one. Yeah, my second one has it, but not as much as the first one because I'm more at the first one. Now, when I go down to the second one and work over there, then yeah, the first one loses you kind of lose the heart of it, you know. So I mean, you as an owner are the heart of your business, you know.
Exactly. Is it hard finding someone to kind of bring that same heart and spirit to a barbershop, even though it's yours, it has your name on it? You know, is it hard finding someone to be an extension of that?
Yeah, it is. But you know, the more you're around somebody, the more you train somebody, the more you can mentor somebody. You can have that somebody be that person. You know what I mean? But great barbers are hard to find. You know, good barbers are. You know, barbers are everywhere. So even finding a barber, let alone somebody to run your spot, is a hard thing to do.
Yeah. Now you say you also do motivational speaking, and how did that come about?
The motivational speaking came. I've always motivated and spoke with people.
Yeah.
I've always done private classes of barber education and whatnot. But it was a few years back, and a mentor and friend of mine, DL Master Barber, invited me to do a motivational class that he was doing. He said, "Boom, I want you to speak to them. I want you to open up for to the class because
and before that you've never done that. That was like,
I never did a actual motivational seminar. I've motivated my barbers. I've motivated and mentored individuals one-on-one, the youth, but never a class like that. And DL, and a lot of people don't know who DL is. DL Master Barber is out of California. He's based out of California. He's an OG in the game. He was Tupac and Biggie's barber during the time of their beef.
Damn.
And before, you know what I mean? And he was the guy trying to like talk them
He's
out
out,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't happen, and he was there through from the beginning. One of the original celebrity barbers, triple OG in the game, great guy, great motivational speaker, and he said, "Boom, you got something." He heard me speak one time at one of the Exotics Hair Battle tours. We have something called Step Your Game Up class. We do a seminar every morning before we do the show, and he heard me speak one time, and I was just naturally just talking to the crowd, and he said, "Boom, you have a gift. You need to capitalize on that gift. You need to, speak to the ones after you and leave something behind." And those words stuck in my head. So he invited me to Tampa to do a seminar that he was doing, and I did it, and it just came out so organically, man. And it just like, you know what, I want to keep doing this. I want to keep helping people, and that's what happened.
This is one thing I've been noticing a lot with business. Like, there's a lot of business motivational speakers or business gurus that they do these business seminars, but the motherfuckers never ran a business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you encounter the same thing with barbers? Like, they come over here, they lecture, they do all this stuff, but they're not even really good barbers. Does that happen a lot?
Nah, I'm not really seeing that too much. And right now, there's a lot of great speakers in the barbering game. Not a lot. There's very few. And I think that's why I'm not seeing that, because it's not saturated right now with quote-unquote motivational speakers. There's a lot of people that call themselves motivational speakers that shouldn't call themselves motivational speakers yet, because they're underqualified. Yeah. There's a lot to being a motivational speaker. It's a lifestyle that you have to take on. You understand? You just can't give somebody a good advice and then be doing the stuff half-ass backwards, so...
Is there because you said, how long you been barbering? Like 15 years?
15 years.
Now, back in them days, there was like no social media. Right. How did you go about getting your name out there?
Footwork, I'm the type of person, I don't seclude myself from people. I'm anybody that knows me, they know I'm connected to my community. They know I'm connected to these streets. They know I'm connected to, both sides of the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
You understand? So, I'm a very community based individual. So a lot of, footwork, talking to people one-on-one. I'm the type of person that when I go out to eat, I don't eat at a booth. Take me to the bar. You understand? If I go to, let's say, Olive Garden or Outback, or take me to the bar. I'm going to sit there, I'm going to order my steak, and I'm going to talk to the person next to me. I'm going to make conversation. I'm going to let him know what I do for a living and how I could change his life.
Do you feel like right now the barber game's a little saturated?
Yeah, I do. I think everybody, like I said, there's a lot of people that shouldn't be a barber that's a barber right now. They're doing it for the wrong reason, and it shows. It shows in the way they dress. It shows in the way they speak. It shows in their work ethic, the way they handle customers. There's a lot of unprofessionalism right now. The game is tarnished and needs to be cleaned up, man. There's a lot of people that just want to cut hair for the money, or they want to cut hair because they can't keep a real job. If you can't discipline yourself behind that chair, you'll never succeed in life. And a lot of these people don't have that structure, don't have that discipline. They're just freelancers, you know what I mean? And I think they mess up the game for a lot of professional barbers that have been doing it a long time. And these are the guys charging $5 or $10 for a haircut. You know what I mean? And I think that should be outlawed. We've worked way too hard. We've gone way too, we have advanced way too far in this game to go 10 steps backwards. We're paying $15,000 to $20,000 for school, but then we turn around and charge $10 for a haircut. Shame on you. The prices of clippers are going up. Yeah. They're not $30, $40 anymore. They're $120, but your price is still the same. These are the people that don't need to be cutting hair. These are the people that are just doing it for the money. Or that guy does it for 20, I'll do it for 10. $8 Tuesdays and that type of thing. I don't agree with that. You know what I mean?
But like, all right, I spoke to another barber about this, the same exact thing, and I asked him, do you feel like people, like barbers that charge cheaper, that they're messing up the game? And he told me no, because at the end of the day, for example, like when a restaurant, you're gonna go get like tacos at a little taco truck,
right?
But then at the same time, you're gonna go to Ruth Chris and spend what you spend over there. So what he was saying to me was, you got barbers that charge $5 a cut, but 9 out of 10 times their quality isn't up to par. So you're gonna go there's room for the people that charge more. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, there's a lane for everybody, pretty much.
I don't agree with that. I mean, to each his own. You know what I mean? Everybody has their point of view. I'm speaking on mine. I don't agree with that. I feel like the guy at the taco truck, 10 years ago, he wasn't charging the same thing as he's charging for those tacos. Roof Chris wasn't charging the same thing 20 years ago as they are now for that steak. Why are we still charging the same 20 years later for a haircut? Back in 1986, the average price for a haircut was $15. We're in 2017. Everything's gone up, and you're going to tell me that our haircut shouldn't go up? That doesn't make no sense to me. There's a lane for everybody. Yeah, that's right. But don't call yourself a barber if you're charging $10 for a haircut. Have a license, first of all, number one. Be in the game for 10 years before you call yourself, quote unquote, a master barber. You understand? Master your craft and master your life. And if you want to be stuck behind that chair as a slave, then go ahead and cut for $5 or $10. You know what I mean? And I understand to an extent what he was saying by that, but I don't agree with that. I feel like there should be a standard, and we should set a bar, because we understand that as barbers, as there are people that don't do quality, the type of quality that we do, and they're charging $10, but the average consumer just sees it as a haircut. They're like, oh, why do you charge $30 or $40? I can go down the street and get it for $12 or $15.
Yeah.
And they don't actually understand it until they get messed up. Why should we let that person have got messed up? Why can't we set a bar and a standard and say, look, from now on, all the barbers, we can all come together and say, hey, the cheapest that somebody's going to pay for a haircut is $20. We can all come together, but there's no unity in this game.
Yeah.
You understand? There's no unity amongst barbershop owners, amongst barbershops, amongst barbers. There's always a beef. There's always a conflict. There's always, oh, I'm better than this guy. I'm better than this guy. If we all just came together and said, hey, we just Fort Myers, let's say, we all just went down to a hall and we just had a meeting and said we all going to charge $20, and we actually acted on it. Okay, and we said we're not going to charge no less than $200 a week for this booth rent, and our cheapest haircut is going to be $20. Everybody did that. Then the consumer, the person, the client, the customer, they will have no choice but to pay that price.
Yeah, you set the bar.
You understand? But if you're not setting the bar and you're just letting it freelance and saying, hey, well, go ahead and charge 10, I'm going to charge 30, I'm going to charge 40. Yeah, but you're not going to get the clientele you're supposed to have, because you're going to have a certain type of clientele, yes, and you are going to make money, yes, but we can have a lot more by charging everybody the same thing.
Now, wrapping up, what is something you want to tell the people out there, whether it's advice, wisdom, or you just want to plug something in? What do you want to say to people listening?
To everybody listening, understand and know that you have a talent, you have a gift, you have an ability that God has blessed you with. Use it. Don't sleep on it. Tomorrow is never promised. Life is very, very short. You might wake up one day and be paralyzed. You don't know. You might not wake up at all. So whatever it is that you do in life, be great at it. You understand? Put discipline and structure behind everything that you do, so you can achieve great plateaus that you've never reached before. You understand? Set yourself up today for tomorrow. You understand? Save your money. A lot of people don't save their money. A lot of barbers aren't saving their money. 60 to 80% of all barbers retire broke because they have no plan. I don't care if you're a tattoo artist, a bartender, any type of self-made, self-paid individual. Save your money today, so that way you can live comfortably tomorrow. If you're a barber and you don't own your own house, stop calling yourself a master barber. If you're still renting a car or have a car note, stop calling yourself a master barber, because you haven't even mastered life yet. You understand? Buy a house before you buy those Jordans. Jordan don't care about you. Gucci don't care about you. Louis Vuitton doesn't care about you. Michael Kors doesn't care about you. So why are you caring about them? Care about yourself. Stop worrying about what everybody else thinks is cool, what everybody else thinks is hot. Set yourself up for the future, so that way you can live comfortably, and your kids can have something to live off of, because you left a legacy behind. If you're not sitting here trying to work on leaving a legacy behind, then you're living in vain.
Wise words from the Master Barber over here. All right, man. It's a wrap. Appreciate everybody for tuning in for us.